So I've just left work, and last month or so I've been so busy at work I just haven't had any time to go out and take some photos. I've been busy with lots of different things, so I decided today, it's a Monday, that I was going to leave work early and see if I can go and take some photos. Now I'm going to drive down to the south of Okinawa, which is an area I rarely go to these days. I haven't been there for ages. It's about an hour's drive. I've got to go and get the expressway. Now when I planned this morning, I was really excited, but now I've just had lunch and I've had a full day of classes. I'm really tired, so I'm not as perky as I was. So I need to stop and get a coffee en route, and I will reconnect with you again when we get down south. And I'm hoping if I can get some photos of some cool birds today. The main birds I want to see today is I want to get some photos of some starlings. In Okinawa, we get a number of really cool starlings that visit in the winter, but they're pretty difficult to find, and I actually haven't seen any of these starlings for probably 2 or 3 years. So I saw a photo the other day on Facebook of a Japanese guy I follow, and he said there was a whole flock of different types of starlings in some agricultural fields down south. Now, I have no idea where they are down south. They could be anywhere, so there's a small chance I'm actually going to find them. But if I do, it would be great to find them and maybe take some photos. So that's the main reason I'm going down there. But, you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing anything cool, really. And why don't you come with me? Okay, I'll reconnect with you again when we get down south. Right, I've got down to my first stop, and unfortunately it's raining. I didn't think rain was forecast. So I've come down to see if I can see any of these starlings that I want to see, this warm area. There aren't any, but really bizarre. I drove past this sort of area of grassland. There was a white bird in the middle of it, and I'm like, wait a sec. So first, we get very few gulls here in Okinawa. So my initial reaction was, that's a Saunders gull, which is a rare endangered gull. So a very cool bird. We only get a very few of them. I'm pretty sure it was. So I took some photos of it. I put the teleconverter on because it was quite far away. As I said, the weather's horrible. It's dark and wet. But it was just sat in the middle of the grass. Usually you would see gulls out on the mud flats. I have photographed a Saunders gull before. It could have been a black-headed gull, but I think it might be a Saunders gull. I'll have to look at the photos later. But that's a really cool first bird. Anyway, there's not a lot going on here. So what we're going to do is, there is a really random little small pond near here, but it has a lot of good birds. Now, unfortunately, there used to be trees there where you could stand in shelter and no one would notice you. But now they've cut all that down. So basically, you're standing next to a busy road, and everyone's just stares. There it is again. There's that gull. Yeah, so you stand next to a busy road and you feel super self-conscious because everyone's just in their car waiting next to you, because it's always like there's a traffic light there. So all the cars are lined up, so they're just staring at you. But you do get some good birds there. So we're going to go over there. You can't park there, so I'm going to have to park somewhere and walk down. And I need to change clothes. Is that gull going? If that gull gets back on the grass again, I'll see if I can get some video of it. So I'm just walking to what is called Triangle Pond, where, as I said, it's a pretty horrible looking place, but you get quite a lot of good birds. And I've just spent 5 minutes with this super confiding kingfisher. There's a perch on the other side. I've never photographed kingfishers down here, or not properly. And he let me get really close. So I got some portrait shots. Light's not great, but messing around with the exposure compensation. He's in here somewhere now, but that's an added bonus. Oh, there he is. That's an added bonus. Super cool. Kingfishers are always good. So we've had Saunders gull, kingfishers. I've already seen several grey herons, lots of egrets, crows obviously. Yeah, the sun's coming out. Anyway, let's keep going. just down here. It's just down there. I'm super close. How cool's that? Right, so straight away I can see 7 or 8 grey herons. I can see 3 critically endangered or endangered black-faced spoonbills over there. There's a lot of ducks, a lot of winter birds, so straight off the bat I'm hazarding a guess that there's 20 different species here. There's also a lot of rubbish in the water. This place always has, I've seen a person drop off and throw a TV in here before. It's a shame because it's a real magnet for birds here in Okinawa. So many cool birds, they're all kind of sleeping now because it's mid-afternoon. But yeah, this is what's called Sankaku-ike, Triangle Lake. And as you can see, you can get a lot of good species. I'm just looking around to see if anything's unusual. Like you could possibly get a pied affiset this time of year, which is kind of rare for here. Looks like there's a bunch of green shank over there. Black-winged stilts, northern shovelers, Eurasian widgeons, teals, coots. I think it's 3 spoonbills I can see. I think there might be one over there under the, yeah. Anyway, let's see if I can get some shots. You are 7 meters above where you want to be shooting, but still, it's a pretty cool location. But as I said, you are right next to the road. There's always a traffic jam here, so people are just staring at you because I'm the only one here, and this is a wonderful nature reserve kind of, but people don't know about it. Triangle Lake had a lot of birds, but no real photos, and I don't want to waste time because it's not the location I want, so we're going to move on. It's starting to get dark early now in Okinawa, so it's now 3:30. It's going to take me half an hour to go where I'm going, so I don't want to waste that light. There's always something could happen there because there was lots of birds, and actually I think our friend from before, the gull, turned up here. I'm sure it's the same one. Yeah, so I think we'll head on to the next location, hoping I can get those starlings. So super cool. I have been driving around endless agricultural fields, almost going to give up. The light's not great, it's getting on, but I can see some starlings. Now, there's not as many as I thought there were going to be. Looks like there's about 10 on a telephone wire, and I can't see what type of starlings they are yet. Let me see if I can get this, turn this round. I don't know if you can see the birds up on that pylon on the left. Now, they are starlings. So I'm going to go a bit closer and see if there are any cool ones. I don't want common starlings. As you know, on a recent video, I photographed a common starling back in England, which was great. Even though they're not common here, I only see them probably once a year. The common starlings, as you know, you get them all the time in England. The other starlings, I see them very rarely. So that's what we're looking for. There's about 3 others. If I see them, I'll tell you about them. So I spent about a minute with them, and they were all common starlings, unfortunately. There's about 8 of them. They've now flown off, so I'm going to see if I can find them and hopefully find some of their cooler friends. So let's go. So I drove around, couldn't find the starlings, unfortunately, so I failed. I couldn't get the starlings I wanted to, but still, as always, it's just great being out. The light's almost gone. I mean, it's not late, it's been really overcast. So anyway, I'm just going to head back down to the coast. When I say back down to the coast, it's just here, and hopefully see if I can get some photos of some shorebirds maybe to finish the day. But yeah, I'm not too hopeful, but you know, I had a great time with that kingfisher and the gull early on. So, you know, always fun to be out. But yeah, it would have been great to see those starlings, but maybe another time. Although, as I said, I rarely see them. Anyway, yeah. Right, so I made it to the coast. There's my car, and very windy, not much light. There's a huge bank of clouds there, but cool, I'm on my own. I can see some birds. I haven't bothered putting my full waterproof stuff on, which I often do. I've just put my boots on. Hopefully that's enough. There's some ducks about. Is the sun breaking through there? Maybe a little bit. Any birds of prey? Any ospreys, peregrines? No. Yeah, I can see some small birds. There's probably a stint over there. Not much about, and as I said, the light's not great, but let's go down there anyway and see if I can get some photos. This is always sketchy. Okay. Yeah, okay, I didn't die. I've been here before on a previous video. Some ducks up there. Some ducks up there. Some ducks there fly. Oh, it's a heavy wind, so actually if they fly towards me, it would be good for photography because the wind's strong, so it's going to slow them down. So I think I'm probably going to call it a day. It's too dark. For flight photography, it doesn't work. I'm getting about ISO 25,000. For flights, that won't work. I've just noticed there is an Osprey over there, but I've basically got nothing. So I think I'm probably going to call it a day. But thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'll put any decent shots I got today. I hardly got any, so won't be much. And I went out a couple of days ago for a few hours as well. I might have got something there, but I haven't looked at those photos or edited them yet. If there was anything good there, I'll chuck them on as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if this is your first time. It means a lot to me. It's only a touch of a button, doesn't cost you anything. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.